International newspaper headlines.
Start your day with information.
And have your say on the newspaper review on The Morning Crossfire.
Only on 92.3
Nigeria Info.
Right, good morning to you. Happy Democracy Day. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Now, let's take a look at some headlines on a few of the national newspapers. Over $56 billion lost to oil theft subsidy presidency panel. That you would find on the Punch newspaper. June 12, 25 years after Abiola's sporting legacy unmatched. MKO, the supreme sacrifice that nurtured democracy. That's how you'd find both those headlines on the Punch newspaper. Democracy Day, Tinubu hails MKO Abiola, promises to ease subsidy removal pains. As we all know, the president should be addressing the nation today, 7 a.m., and we'll definitely be bringing you that live broadcast. So just stay tuned for it. This one says, no comment on Tinubu until tribunal's judgment, says Clark. DSS seizes Emefiele's passport. Plans home office search. DSS seizes Emefiele's passport. Plans home office search. Some of the headlines you would see on the Punch newspaper this morning. Quickly, I told us last week Friday that from Monday we're going to have a strategy as to how we can encourage new callers and still accommodate the old ones. So we're going to be taking calls now. The first 15 minutes of the show would be for old callers. So the first 15 minutes, anybody can call, old and new. We'll take both your calls. And after that 15 minutes going forward, it's going to just be new callers on the show. Okay? The first 15 minutes open to everybody, old and new. After that, only new callers will be encouraged to call. I hope that will handle it, because a lot of people have been saying, oh, we've not been getting the chance to call too often. So hopefully now you get it. First 15 minutes, everybody can call, old and new. After that, only the new callers. All right, let's go now. Good news in mile 3. Straight to the point, 30 seconds. Remember, be very civil with your contribution. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother man.
Go on.
Happy Democracy Day.
Yes, same to you, my friend.
We used to call this June 12th those days Okumabala. I will say that I'm interested in the issue of Hadi Sirika, former Education Minister, saying that the reason why the Education Committee chairman was saying that I can along is because they requested to 5% money of the Education Nigerian watching. And because he refused to release that, I asked them to come and discuss with stakeholders. That is the reason why he said that they didn't carry stakeholders along. I think they just reported themselves, because I heard the chairman spoke, I've heard Philip Sirika spoke. It caused that the DSS or EFCC should swing into action right now. Arrest both the chairman of the committee on innovation, arrest Hadi Sirika, let them come and explain why they brought in Ethiopia Airlines, painted it with Nigerian color, and brought for us with so much amount of money, and up to today, if we have no place to go talking about the other issue. That's the high level of corruption. They reported themselves. This is not an allege. This one says this 5%. This one says they didn't carry along. That's why Nigeria Airways could not succeed in Nigeria. Ethiopia Airlines succeeds. Arab Airlines succeeds. American Airlines succeeds. But Nigeria Airways for 8 years could not succeed. Instead, they brought in something and printed it. What a wickedness. And Nigeria has only 42% interest, while Ethiopia has 52%. It's wickedness. Yes, it should come in this and arrest. My name is Guri from Port Harcourt.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Blessed in Alu. Blessed, good morning.
Good morning, my brother in the studio.
You're welcome.
I want to react on the Tinubu, our president, want to make address of Democracy Day, address the nation. I give him thunderous applaud. This man has come on board to rescue us from the moribund stage. See the situation of the country. Even though before we even address the nation, I gave him another thunderous clapping again. In the terms of for him to suspend Emefiele being the CBN governor, in terms of what we saw under the CBN governor, imagine during the cashless policy, see what we pass through for hand of CBN governor. We can now use the naira to buy naira. When someone sends 10,000 for you, you need to use 5,000 to collect your 10,000 naira. What are we talking about? Check in terms of health sector in Nigeria, check in terms of road network, check education, check unemployment, check everything. Even though for security, you need to pay for it before you even get security. Before you drink water, you need to pay for it. I'm addressing the President Tinubu to put things in order for the country to remove from the mess up. Imagine he said that we are the Father Christmas for the other country, for them to survive. We are suffering in this country. He should remove all the roadblock that's causing our progress in this country. Our way should be open more than the way we are expecting. See, the removal of subsidy, he should channel it to the right track. So that
all right, Blessed, thank you very much. Let's go to JJ. Hello, JJ and Rumigbo. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Your news this morning, that over $56 billion lost to oil thief and subsidy payments. I want to dwell on the oil thief area. Andrew, these oil thief people, how do they move this product like needle that they put in their pockets? I think this president has a lot in his hand right now, because how could people lay 4-kilometer pipe, that is 24 inches each, that's double line, from 4 kilometers, and begin to steal oil in this country for years? For goodness sake, I think you need to probe and bring all those, be it the military, be it anybody that is responsible, to book. And before I go, the chairman of Andoni hailing our governor, Tim Fubara, for revoking that Andoni road contract. I think I join him to hail the governor. One contract you don't last for ages now, for goodness sake. They're giving you money, giving you all the support. Communities are supporting you because they want this thing to come. Yes, you are just there, missing and remissing. It's not making any sense at all. And they must refund that money that they paid them already for that person to run that thing through. Please.
All right, JJ, thank you very much. Ida is in Nkoro. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Yes, I want to thank His Excellency, Sim Fubara, for revoking that contract in that Andoni houses. People of Andoni are suffering. But after visiting that place, after the governor visited that place, look at Andoni, people are happy. They are jubilating that their brother have reminded them. It's when you give contract to your son, they award that contract to the son of Andoni. He ate the money. Finish everything. He could not do that road for his people. So other people should learn that when they give something to you to do your community, you should do your community. I want to thank Sim Fubara. He has tried for taking that bold step. How many days? I know Sim will do well. God should guide him and protect him to turn River State to London. When he visits Secretary, the same thing. When he visits teaching hospital, they give them 60 days. He's marching forward with action. People say Sim did not talk, did not have. Look at the action he's taking. I pray that God should direct him, give him wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to pilot the affair of River State. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, now let's go over to Susie. Susie's in Erema. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Welcome, Susie.
Yeah, let me reflect on the fact that the governor of River State revoked that contract. Yeah, under the contractual obligation, I think the contractor have failed because that contract has paid more than necessary without a solid and factual provision of what he was giving the contract for. So revoking it, there is no other thing again because there is no consensus added in between even the man who gave the contract and the contractor. Now, it is very, very important to understand that under this administration that we have always affirmed that this young man is here to do this job. And because he's a proactive person, it doesn't rely on rhetoric, but doing things as supposed to be. So I actually believe that the contractor giving the work, like the chairman of Andoni has said that under 100 days, that contract will be completed. However, let's get completed and let the Andoni people have a passing route to that extent. Thank you very much from Remark from me.
Chimenem is in Mount 3. Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister Chimene. Let me react on the Beatrice Itubo's position on democracy in your podcast. I think that was a very wrong position. She was the chairlady here of NLC. We saw a lot of complexities during her tenure. In fact, at a point, she began running in dual capacities, where we saw her case in court. This was the lady that never allowed, in fact, when the Labour parties were having elections here, in one of the wards they were fighting, she ordered that people should be untwisted. So is that not complexities on her side, speaking on both mouths? So for those that will talk, come to equity must come with clean hands. Remember, her tenure ended in a lot of charades. We must be very careful with those that speak about democracy. There must be righteousness on those that speak about democracy. Remember, during her campaign, a lot of complexities, compromise. How many of the companies in Rivers State were picketed? They were not picketed. Most marketers were booming, making money because they were compromised. The labor chair here was compromised. So I think, when I was hearing her, I just looked at it as one of those things. There are people you don't listen to. Many people were crying here in the state. The PMS got high. What was her position? What can she write and say, look, this was what I was able to realize? At a point, the government of UK had to clamp on her because of her level of compromise. Please let us be careful with those who interview concerning democracy. Let the righteous speak. We are tired of these unrighteous kind of positions. I have known her for quite some time. So I think that was even what led to her failure in this election. Because he that must come to equity must come with clean hands. That's one of the 8 canons of equity. So I think we must be very careful. As long as I'm concerned, her position was very wrong. And until we continue to speak, we know those that are decent. And that's why the governor of Rivers State, the former governor, refused to recognize her office. There was a huge compromise, and I say this on a good authority.
All right, thank you very much. God's time in Onelga. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Stakeholders call for improved security in Rivers State. Andrew, you see, the security architecture of Rivers State seems not to be working. And I am encouraging calling on the Commissioner of Police to improve on it. Most especially in the Ahuda West, Ahuda East, or by Ede Mandoni local government. That brings into play Emo as well. They should improve on the security because, one, people are flying those communities on daily basis. People are living, and that will cripple the economic situation of that particular place. There will not be development. People will not build because you are afraid of either being kidnapped or you are afraid of either being shot by any of these hoodlums. I think the police commissioner should do more. He should do more. If there's anything to be done, the governor of the state should provide the security with vehicles and other patrol tools so that we improve on this security. And secondly, or conclusively, if DSS sees a Mefule traveling passport, I think that is the best thing to do because Mefule subjected Nigeria to hardship. And I call on the DSS to even transfer into EFCC so that he will be well proved and brought to justice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to David in Yenegua now. Hello, David. Good morning.
Yeah, greetings from the city of Yenegua.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me quickly adumbrate on the revocation of the contract of the Andoni Road. You see, as a matter of fact, the former governor, His Excellency Ian Wike, boasted that he was not going to leave any project abandoned for his successor. That was what he said. But unfortunately now we are beginning to hear about Andoni Road. I remember one time I made mention of this, and I was calling on the speaker then, the then speaker, that under his nose, the road that is going to Andoni is being abandoned. Today, the result is clear. For me, it is not enough revoking the contract. The contractor should as well refund all the monies given to him and let us ask further questions. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, David. Now we'll be taking only calls from new callers. So if you're a regular caller, your time stops now. And we'll be taking calls from new callers only going forward. In the meantime, I'll take some messages on WhatsApp. This person here says, SIM revoking road construction contract shouldn't be overemphasized. He had the right to make corrections. I wonder why it's talked about much. Exactly. It's his right. Just like it is his right to appoint any commissioner he wants, anybody he wants to appoint in his cabinet, and nobody should make any noise about it because he feels that's the best way to do his job. Revoking of Andoni Road by the state government, good one. As no one on serious contractor should be pampered. Forum in Ichie sent that one in. Another one here on WhatsApp says that planned democracy speech by the president is okay. Let the president think of building a more united Nigeria. Elder Joel Adolphus from Degema. The number to call is 0807 923 0003. New callers only. 0817 923 0003 or 0817 923 0007. We're encouraging first-time callers on the show this morning. On Facebook, Noble says Governor Sim revoking Anthony Opobo Unity Road contract is a good one. He should also look into the cry of Rivers youth by employing persons into the civil service. Mickey Blinders says since the removal of petrol subsidy, about 4 African countries right now don't have petrol. Santa Claus, Nigeria. Aleris Peef says, I commend Governor Fubara for revoking the construction of Anthony Road. This shows that he is in to rewrite every wrong. Another one says they should arrest Emefiele, Benjamin Okam. All of those coming from Facebook. Lorenzo Delight says, Tinubu to address Nigerians today. It's a good one. Assertion of security experts is in order. Let's go to Justice in Emoha. Justice, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Okay, go on.
Yes, our democracy will be 25 years old today. I congratulate Nigeria as a nation. Irrespective of the challenges we are going through as a nation, I still encourage Nigerians, let's not lower our morale in supporting the success of this country and our leaders. Let's come together to move Nigeria forward. I believe there is light at the end of the tunnel. We'll make it as a nation. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, Justice. Thank you very much. So like I said, let me restate. Going forward, the first 15 minutes of the newspaper review, 10-15 minutes will be dedicated to every caller, old or new. We're trying to see how we encourage new callers on the show so we do not recycle same old callers every now and then. So the first 10-15 minutes on the show going forward would be dedicated to both old and new callers, so everybody can call. Well, the last 10-15 minutes of the show will be dedicated to only new callers. So if you are not a regular caller, at the last 10-15 minutes of the show, you might not be allowed access to call. You can send messages though on WhatsApp or drop comments on Facebook. On Facebook, it's Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. I hope you understand with us. We're just trying to see how we can accommodate and carry everyone along. Henry is in Rubibo. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome, Henry.
Yeah, thank you. I want to talk about the reaction of Sirika,
okay,
former Minister of Aviation.
Go ahead, you have 30 seconds.
The airline deal. Okay. I think Sirika was one of the bright stars in the past Buhari administration. They called that sometimes they resurfaced and rebuilt the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport runway. He gave the time limit and he finished in record time. It was very unprecedented, and I think people appreciated him for that. But in the twilight of the Buhari administration, he brought in Princess Airlines, Ethiopian Airlines, and brought them into the country. There was no reason for doing that. I do not know why. When we have some people who begin to find some bright spots in them, eventually, at the last minute things go down, go sour, and then that's the hope of Nigerians. It's very unfortunate. That deal he struck with Ethiopian Airlines is a failed deal and it's corrupt-oriented, and it should be called to answer for it.
All right, Henry. Thank you very much. Let's go to Abe. Abe is in Port Harcourt town. Abe, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Yes. The revoking of the contract by the current governor of Rivers State is not just enough. If the contractor a ghost, we don't know the contractor, we don't know his name. And the former governor told us he's not going to leave any contract abandoned. And now we're hearing this. Please, let's know the name of the contractor and the owner of the contract. Thank you.
All right, Abe, thank you very much. I think that's one thing that perhaps the Ministry of Works can help us with. Well, a short commercial is underway. More messages here on WhatsApp. Good morning, President Tinubu to make his first nationwide broadcast today. Welcome development. This is from King Boy. Another one here says, life is a good lesson for us. CBN governor was so powerful that because of his policies, citizens suffered. Today is an ordinary citizen, Ezekiel Isaiah. You sent that one in. While this person says, I commend Governor Fubara for revocation of contract of Andoni Upobo Unity Road, Emil Kamande from Auda. We'll go on a short commercial now. When we come back, we'll take more messages. Stay tuned.
Come and give me some favor.